In this episode, we stay in Phnom Penh and we are visiting the Amigos Brazilian Barbecue Buffet. Actually, for this day, I went for the lunch buffet, which is only $9.95, and that includes 6 different meats, which includes the sirloin steak, a garlic steak, a char siu, a pork sausage, chicken wings, and the dory fish. So for that many pieces of different meats, as well as the buffet itself, for $10, that's a really good price.
Yeah, that's definitely a really good price. I mean, so what kind of fish is that? I don't think I've ever heard of that type of fish before.
The dory fish, it's, I believe, a white fish. I'm not 100% since I didn't eat it myself. I went for mostly just the regular meats, especially the char siu, which you'll see coming up, which I really enjoyed, and then and the other beef. But like I said, it is a buffet, so they have the buffet counter section kind of. I went to the second. There's 2 floors in the restaurant, and I was on the second floor. And there's the buffet walkthrough. It's not too large, as you can see in the walkthrough. It's fairly quick. There's just some kind of side dishes. You can get some rice, some pastas and other things like that, fruit, and a kind of a little dessert section and some soup. But of course, the star of the entire place is the actual meat itself, and those the servers come in and they'll continue to bring it like a normal kind of Brazilian restaurant if you've ever been to one. It's kind of that same pattern where they'll just come in and they'll ask you what kind of meats you want, how much you want, and they'll cut it right in front of you.
Yeah, I've definitely been to my share of Brazilian steakhouses or Brazilian buffet styles that we have here in the US. So looking here, I see there's a lot of more maybe Asian type of stuff there. I guess that's kind of normal being in an Asian country with the rice and everything. I don't see too many like cheese wheels or cheese that they have in terms of the appetizer section there.
Yeah, the buffet section, it wasn't like too full. It wasn't a whole bunch of different selections. There's just a few things here and there, things to kind of tide you over if you kind of want something little different, or you're kind of waiting for the meats. In my case, the restaurant was only open from 11 a.m. to 2:30. Then it'll close for a couple hours and then do a dinner service. So for me, I actually came towards kind of the end when they were closing. So as you kind of saw in the video itself, there wasn't too many people, if any. I think when I got up there, the last group was about to leave, so I ended up actually having the entire floor to myself, which was nice in itself because the server, as you can see, the guy, he came constantly and asking, hey, do you want something of this? Do you want some of this? Do you want some of this? So it kind of felt like I kind of had the restaurant all to myself, and it was actually kind of nice because it felt really personalized.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way looking here in the video here. So what was some of the other dishes or meats that you could get? Do you see like what was the options for dinner time?
Dinner times, I know one of the things I do remember is like they added some ribs and some other items, but you can go up to, I believe it was about 12 meats for the dinner time. So definitely a broader selection of things you wanted to. But it does get busy, especially at night. And so I kind of wanted to go during the lunch because I wanted to kind of check it out first, and I wasn't sure how it was going to be. But definitely it's a place I did enjoy. The meat was pretty great, and definitely, like I said earlier, with that $9.95 price tag, like you can't really complain for having that much meat and having it grilled and brought up to you, because everything was like hot. It wasn't like, okay, they brought it up and they probably finished it a little while ago, so it's not like it's old, but everything came out fresh. And so it came out fresh and it was nice and hot, where if you took a bite right after it, you cut it off the main part of the meat itself, then you pretty much burn your tongue if you just gobbled it up.
Yeah, were you so in the restaurant, were you actually able to watch them cook the meats too, or was it kind of like behind the kitchen, or did they have like a display of that?
You actually can watch them. They cook the meat over on the first floor, and it's pretty interesting because it's not really like hidden anywhere. It's actually up front. So if you were actually outside of the restaurant, you could actually look through the window and see them cooking it right in front of you. So that was pretty interesting because other places I've seen, it's either in the kitchen in the back or they kind of place it in the back of the restaurant. So when you walk in, you'd have to go to the back. But in this case, it was right there in the front. So if you were at the front door and you were just looking in, you could actually see the chefs and everybody making or barbecuing up all the meats right there.
Yeah, that's a great way to advertise all the meats and get everybody hungry to come in. I remember from a lot of the Brazilian barbecue or steakhouses I've been to, they always had it in the back, so it's not something that you can see right away. I think that's definitely different and a great way to draw people in.
But as you kind of saw there, you can see I was trying to suck in some air because I took a bite of that char siu and it was hot like I said earlier, and it was kind of it's hot in a good way where you're getting that nice fresh barbecued meat, and so I was trying to suck some air to cool my mouth at the same time I was chewing.
Was there any Brazilian drinks that you could get from this restaurant?
In this case, not particularly, but one of the things they did include in that $9.95 price was you get one soda that comes along with it. So in the video, you probably saw I had a Sprite with me, and so that comes along with it. And something that's kind of different between something I guess Westerners, especially in the U.S., expect versus what is kind of offered in Asia, and specifically here in Phnom Penh in Cambodia, in the US, how we always kind of expect that free refills, you get a drink, you get a free refill, but Asia is not quite that way, so it's kind of, you get that first one, and then if you want some more, you gotta buy it if you want it, or get something else.
Yep, that's pineapple, right? That looks pretty good.
Yeah, it had a grilled pineapple, and that was pretty good. One of the things that Cambodia is really good with is fruits, especially the whole Southeast Asia region. It just the fertile lands and everything, it just creates just really delicious fruit. And so you have those kind of mini pineapples that they grilled up, and they brought that over too, and it just has such a nice flavor. One of the things that I guess when I get disappointed in terms of fruits is when I take a bite of something and then it doesn't taste like when you've eaten a really good one and you kind of compare it to what you had before. And a lot of things, especially when they're exported and everything, it kind of loses that flavor, and it's not quite as great as it is when you kind of pick it right off the tree or the ground or wherever you're getting it from. And in this case, the pineapples, grilled pineapple from there, is just delicious.
So with that grilled pineapple, did they season it with anything like cinnamon or anything like that, or is it just grilled pineapple by itself?
That one in that case was actually, to me, it seemed like just a grilled pineapple by itself, but it didn't really need anything unless you wanted to maybe add some spice to make it a little heat to it, but it had the really nice sweetness to it already, and so with the grilled part of it, it just it's just like a really good pineapple that was grilled.
Oh, I did want to ask, so with the traditional Brazilian steak restaurant type of places, they usually have a circle to say yes or no if you want more meats. Do they have something similar to that over here, or since you were by yourself, I guess you could just say no to everything, right?
I didn't see anything like that, so I'm not 100% sure if they did or not, but like I said, I came towards the end and it was pretty empty, so pretty much I got whatever I needed when I wanted, and they came and checked up on me consistently, so that was nice. And to wrap up the episode is our notables. For this episode, it is the meats provided by Amigos, especially that char siu, which had a nice savory flavor, had a little bit of sweetness to it, and the char on the edges made it really have a nice flavor to it. And especially at a $9.95 price for the all-you-can-eat buffet, including those 6 pieces of meats, this is definitely a bargain and a great place to go stop by.
And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. And for more photos, follow us on Instagram. See you guys on the next episode.